Hello, my name is Jim Dore, and it's my pleasure to be speaking to you today. So thank you for joining me. I'm a conservative Republican running for state representative in Lafayette's District 31, and I believe we deserve a better Louisiana and a better Lafayette. I'm pro-life, pro-jobs, and pro-Second Amendment. Allow me to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a wonderful wife, Gail, of 37 years. We have 2 beautiful girls and a son. We have 4 beautiful and absolutely perfect grandchildren. Gail retired from the public school system after 33 years working with special needs children. I received my bachelor's degree and master's degree in business administration from UL Lafayette. My 35 plus years in the oil and gas industry and working around the world, where I learned how to negotiate with the best of them. I've faced the Saudis, the Chinese, the Malaysians, Indonesians, Indians and Egyptians, and others that have taught me the real art of negotiating with difficult and challenging people. Does that sound like Baton Rouge to you? I'm now an executive coach and facilitator for CEOs in the Lafayette area that have confidence in my ability to lead. I'm ready to take on Baton Rouge politicians. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of our state being ranked number 50 overall for 3 years in a row. We're ranked number 50 in opportunity, number 49 in economy, and number 48 in education of all things. We deserve a better Louisiana and a better Lafayette, and I think you'd agree with me. Let me share my thoughts with you today as I outline a few of the things I believe that can bring positive change to Louisiana. Number one, and the most important thing of all, is a quality education, and it's the very backbone of our personal and professional growth. A good education opens doors to great opportunity. I believe that incarceration rates would be lowered significantly if we can keep kids in school. Education and jobs are the backbone and pathway. Education and jobs are the pathway out of poverty, and Louisiana citizens deserve the quality of life offered to citizens in prosperous states. There is a lot of work to do in the area of education, and we must stop the budget shortfalls that take away from our future, educating our young. Louisiana still lags in the bottom of most national rankings, and likely will continue to do so for a while as standards and assessments are raised to become as rigorous as other states. As important, we need to identify the reason we have failing schools. D and F schools need to have all the tools necessary for them to be competitive with other schools. I will work hard to identify the problem. We cannot fail or give up on these kids, our kids, yours and mine. It is our responsibility to get them the quality education they deserve. There are more opportunities for school choice than most other states in the nation, and traditional public schools are responding to the competition with additional course offerings such as course access and technical training in high schools. Certifications that might even be able to get them a job right out of high school. Certainly, certificates. However, teachers need more control of their classroom, and they need to be held accountable with better evaluation systems, mentoring programs, training programs, and incentive programs. Kids and parents, too, must be held accountable. If kids establish a good work ethic in school, it will transfer into the workplace. That I know. No one can take away a good education. It is ours for life. This leads me to workforce development. Workforce development. Louisiana's unemployment crisis. It's not due to the lack of available jobs. It is a result of the lack of qualified workers who possess both the technical and soft skills required in our increasingly technical economy. We must have a transformation of Louisiana's workforce development system to become market-driven and employer-connected. We must advocate for additional training and recruitment of skilled tradesmen and women to prepare the workforce in critical sectors like technology, healthcare, construction, and manufacturing. We must support programs in high school that offer training and workforce skills development. And listen, we have thousands of oil and gas workers that have been displaced and can be repurposed if we only had an outreach program to include them in educational processes. So a highly educated workforce will attract new companies to Lafayette and to Louisiana. We simply need to emphasize the use of technical and trade schools. Not everyone in college is bound. None of us, including me, was prepared to go to college. And we need welders, plumbers, HVAC mechanics, draftsmen, and other certified skills that don't need college degrees. We need to put South Louisiana Community College on equal footing with our universities. And today, they're not. With an educated workforce, we become competitive, and companies will want to be here to access our talent, creating jobs for you, the people of Louisiana. As we employ people in newly created jobs, we will improve our tax revenue situation. Jobs equal tax contributions because businesses pay taxes and so do their employees. As we bring new jobs through new business to Louisiana and Lafayette, we will create our tax revenue that can and will lead to investing in projects, those like infrastructure and education. We cannot continue to rely on you, the taxpayer, you, the voter, to constantly absorb the cost of running our state. It's ridiculous. We also must cut spending and eliminate waste in both our local and statewide environments. Good jobs improve our tax revenue, and it helps our economy grow. So let's talk a little bit about our economy. That's the number 4 on my list of things to do. Our economy can only recover with investment and opportunity and new jobs. And these companies that will come, that, my friends, can only improve our local and state economy. Investment, opportunity, new companies, new jobs, all help the economy. Economic development is a must for us to be competitive locally and nationally. So with an educated and prepared workforce that is paying taxes, our economy will prosper again. So how do we address the state budget? If we have a top-notch educational system that creates a workforce, that draws new companies and business, that pays taxes, that feeds our economic engine, then we can have a budget without special session after special session. We do, however, have other issues to fix along the way. One of those is judicial reform. Unfortunately, as I travel all through the state and as I travel outside of the state of Louisiana, our reputation as a sue-happy state is prevalent. That must change. Louisiana has become a sue-happy state. Government-sponsored litigation must come to a stop. It must stop for us to recruit new business to Lafayette and to Louisiana. Government-sponsored litigation has been more prevalent than ever. There's a need for judicial reform in our state because Lafayette is suffering because of the loss of oil and gas jobs. That's totally tied, absolutely, to coastal and legacy suits that are being filed. That leads me to small business. It affects everyone. Our restaurants, dentists, eye, ear, nose, and throat specialists, clothing stores, small grocery stores, and many others are hurting because of the loss of oil and gas jobs and their contribution to our community. The onslaught of government-sponsored lawsuits creates a damaging precedent of regulation through litigation. I will oppose efforts by government entities to use litigation to harass businesses when engaged in lawful activities. Let's have a conversation before litigation, not sue and then ask what they're going to pay. We must address this issue immediately and bring jobs and investment back to Louisiana. There were 3 small operators here in Lafayette, Louisiana, who wanted to merge. Great idea, everyone agreed, the investor came in, it appeared it was a go until they did some research and realized there was a possibility of being sued from legacy lawsuits. So what's that leave? Possibility of shutting down the company, filing for bankruptcy, losing more employees? That's not the answer. I have a story of a grocery store that I visited with recently. Because of oil and gas jobs, their revenues were cut in half. They're now trying to find ways to be more creative to bring more business back. And then there's tort reform. If all this isn't enough, there are more sue-happy opportunities on billboards around Lafayette and Louisiana. Just travel the I-10 or Highway 90 corridor. While I know we have a right to advertise, plaintiffs' attorneys are plenty in Lafayette and keep other businesses from advertising because they monopolize the ad space. What's even worse is that they continue to advocate for more lawsuits. Companies don't want to come to Louisiana because of that. They're seeing these billboards, and that's our reputation. We need to address also the $50,000 jury threshold, one of the highest in the nation. Everyone deserves a right to a jury trial. I will work hard to get that lowered when I am in Baton Rouge. You and I have lost confidence in our lawmakers, and it's my job to restore that confidence by working with you, the people I represent, listening, sharing ideas, thoughts, and creating relationships that include transparency, something we haven't seen in a long time in Baton Rouge. While I don't have all the answers, I am committed to learning and positively changing Lafayette and Louisiana so we can be proud of our home. We deserve better than where we are today. This is something I know. Education leads to new business, leads to job creation, leads to greater tax revenue, which leads to a stronger economy that will balance the budget. So when you're considering your candidates, and you'll have to look at many of them, first, look deep into their hearts. Do they care about you? Do they care about your family? Look into their heads. Are they ready to handle the challenges ahead? And finally, make sure they have the backbone to stand up for you. I'm a proven leader, and I'm not afraid to stand up for the people of Louisiana and certainly the people of Lafayette who have been very, very good to me. I am Jim Dore. I'm running for state representative for District 31. I'm asking for your vote on October 12th so we can have the Lafayette, Louisiana we deserve. Thank you for your time today, and may God bless our great state of Louisiana. Thank you for listening.